All right, this is video 2 for our Algebra Honors Unit 7 quiz review. It says quiz on it because it really is a quiz that we have used at other times, but we started this and then I messed something up on one of these problems, and so you get a second video starting with number 15 down here, where I'm hiding my mistakes from earlier. So, okay, let's just do FOIL. I'm going to say, first, 5a times a is 5a squared. Outer is negative 20ab. Inner is ab. And last is negative 4b squared. And we're going to combine like terms here, right here. And so I have 5a squared minus 19ab minus 4b squared. And that is my answer, and I want to make sure that's in standard form, and it is because our a is our first letter in the alphabet that we have as a variable, and a squared is my highest exponent. Then I have a to the 1, and then my last term doesn't have any a's. Okay, so let's take a look over here at number 16. Please, please, please remember this is 7a minus 1 times 7a minus 1. You know that's what it means. Don't try to do any shortcuts because I don't want you to make any mistakes, okay? So we know then that this is going to be 7 times 7 is 49. Whoops, sorry, I can't hold my paper. 49, a squared. Outer is going to be negative 7a. Inner is going to be negative 7a. And last is plus 1. So I have 49a squared minus 14a plus 1. All right, that is my answer for that, 49a squared minus 14a plus 1. Okay, let's take a look. See if I can do the backside all in one video. More binomials times binomials. So this, you notice it's x minus 10 and x plus 10. The only difference is one sign is minus and one sign is plus. That actually is going to be something we can generalize later, but for now we're just going to do it normally. First is going to be x times x, which is x squared. Outer I have plus 10x, inner I have minus 10x, and last I have minus 100. When I simplify that, I get x squared, poof poof, those go away, minus 100. That is my simplified answer. Okay, and so let's look at our next one. We have a binomial times a trinomial. I'm going to make a box because that's what I like to do as soon as I have a trinomial to deal with. So my box is going to look like that. I have n minus 9, and then I'm going to have n squared plus 4n minus 10. And remember, we're going to multiply, and anything inside the grid is our answer. N times n squared is n third. N times 4n is 4n squared. N times negative 10 is negative 10n. Negative 9 times n squared is negative 9n squared. Negative 36n here, and then positive 90. So you can see that you've got your diagonals showing your like terms, right? So I know that my answer is going to be n cubed minus 5n squared minus 46n plus 90. It looks like that's all my answer. Let me double check and make sure I didn't make any careless errors. I think I'm good. Okay, number 19, again, I'm going to use a box. I like the box method when I have a trinomial. So I have 3x plus 5. On the top, 4x squared minus 5x minus 3. So when I do this math, I get 12x cubed minus 15x squared minus 9x. I have 20x squared minus 25x minus 15. So let's look for our like terms and see if we get the right answer. I have 12x cubed, 20 minus 3 times, so that was 15. So 20 minus 15 is 5, positive 5x squared, negative 34x minus 15. Let me just double check and make sure I did that right. 12x cubed plus 5x squared minus 34x minus 15 is looking pretty good. Okay. And over here, we're moving on to division. Okay, so if I'm dividing a polynomial by a monomial, I just want to make sure to divide every single term in the numerator by that denominator, and that's going to give me my answer. So 6x cubed divided by 3x, I have 6 divided by 3 is 2, x cubed over x is x squared. Negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5, x squared over x is x. Negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1, and x divided by x is 1. So that should be my answer, 2x squared minus 5x minus 1. Down here, it's just a little more complicated, but I'm doing exactly the same thing. Okay, I'm going to say 32 divided by 4 is 8. A to the 8 over a to the third is going to be a to the 8 minus 3, so a to the fifth. B to the 6 over b to the 3 is b to the 3. Then I have 12 divided by 4 is 3. I'm subtracting. A to the 5 over a to the 3 is a squared. B to the 4 over b to the third is b, and then c squared. That should be my final answer. Okay, here. And remember that it is possible to divide a polynomial by a monomial and get an answer that is not a polynomial. We can still do the math, it just might not be classified as a polynomial, and that's okay. So 7x cubed over x squared is just going to give me 7x. 4x squared over x squared divided by x squared is 1, so I'm just going to say that's plus 4. And then 2x over x squared, I'm going to say is 2 over x. Or you could also say 7x plus 4 plus 2x to the negative 1, right? 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So either one of those is fine. Whoopsie, you can't see my answer. I'm sorry. Okay, 7x plus 4 plus 2x to the negative 1. Either one of these is fine. Either one of these is just not classified as a polynomial. All right. I'm going to subtract this from that. So those words tell me that I have to say 5a squared minus 9ab plus 2b squared minus all of this, a squared minus 8ab plus 2b squared, right? Subtract this from that. So I need to distribute my negative, so I have 5a squared minus 9ab plus 2b squared minus a squared plus 8ab minus 2b squared. Okay, I just distributed this negative to each of those terms. 5a squared minus a squared is 4a squared. Okay, negative 9ab plus 8ab can be minus ab. And then 2b squared and negative 2b squared, poof, they went away. So this is my final answer, 4a squared minus ab. Whew, okay, so we're nearly done. We have find the area of the shaded region. So I'm going to have to find the area of my big shaded rectangle and subtract the area of my small white rectangle. And I know area of any rectangle equals length times width. So I'm going to start with my big guy. The big area is going to be 5x plus 3 times x squared plus 4x minus 10. Binomial times a trinomial, I'm going to give myself a grid. And I have 5x and 3, and then I'm going to have x squared and 4x and negative 10. My answer is going to be what I end up with inside my grid, so I have 5x cubed, 20x squared, negative 50x. Here I have 3x squared, 12x minus 30. And I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms, so I'm going to have 5x cubed plus 23x squared minus 38x minus 30. Let's make sure 38 plus 12, it's really 48, 50. Yeah, I got that right. Okay, this is the area of my big rectangle. You can almost see what I wrote. And I'm going to find my area of my small rectangle. So just notice it's going to be 3x times 2x minus 1. So I'm going to say area small is 3x times 2x minus 1. Okay, area small. Eventually I want area of the big rectangle minus whatever the area of the small rectangle is. So in order to find that, it's going to be 3, just kidding, 6x squared minus 3x. Okay, so area big minus area small, I'm going to take that away, and I'm just going to say this is minus area small, so minus 6x squared minus 3x. Please keep that in parentheses because we have to subtract everything that's inside there. 5x cubed plus 23x squared minus 38x minus 30 minus 6x squared plus 3x equals, I have just one of those, so I have 5x cubed. 23x squared minus 6x squared is going to be 17x squared. Okay, so I did those. Negative 38x and 3x is going to be negative 35x. There you can see. And so I've done negative 28x and 3x. And then that's all going to be minus 30. So that is the area of just the shaded region. It's the area of the big region minus the area of the small region. 5x cubed plus 17x squared minus 35x minus 30.